Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
Hey, grand rising to you billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us again here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That's right, it's a study of black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, but if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Well, you can pick up that book by simply going to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. You'll find that link in the description above or below. Well, billionaires, hey, we're going to get right into this thing, man. I have just been delighted to continue to go through this book, The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich by Mr. Wattles. The Science of Getting Rich by Mr. Wallace, changing the way that you think so you can change the way that you act so you can change the results that you get out of life. And we're continuing on into chapter number 8. This chapter is titled Thinking in a Certain Way. Thinking in a Certain Way. Again, this is a podcast. We're broadcasting right here, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, and also our podcast. We ask that you would subscribe and support our podcast with a small monthly donation to help us to sustain future episodes, improve financial literacy within our community, and ultimately to help us build the School of Wealth. We need your help. If you like to have a school in your community that teaches the next generation about money, well, that is our ultimate goal. That's the life mission. That's the legacy that we want to live. But Thinking in a Certain Way by Mr. Wallace, Chapter 8. Let's read. Chapter 8 from The Science of Getting Rich by Mr. Wallace. Thinking in a Certain Way. Thinking in a Certain Way. Turn back to chapter 6 and read again the story of the man who formed a mental image of his house, and you will get a fair idea of the initial step towards getting rich. You must form a clear and definite. Everybody put in the console, clear and definite. You must form a clear and definite mental picture of what you want. A clear and definite mental picture of what you want. A clear and definite mental picture of what you want. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it yourself. You must have it before you can give it. And many people fail to impress thinking substance because they have themselves only a vague and misty concept of the things they want to do, the things they want to have, or the things they want to become. It is not enough that you should have a general desire for wealth to do good with. I mean, everybody has that desire. It is not enough that you should have a wish to travel or to see things or to live more, etc., etc., etc. Everybody has those desires also. If you're going to send a wireless message to a friend, you would not send the letters of the alphabet in their order and let him construct the message for himself, nor would you take words at random from the dictionary. You would send a coherent sentence, one which meant something. When you try to impress your wants upon the thinking substance, remember that it must be done with a coherent statement. You must know what you want and be specific and definite. You can never get rich or start the creative power into action by sending out unformed longings and vague desires. Go over your desires just as the man I have described went over his house. See just what you want and get a clear mental picture of it. Get a clear mental picture of it as you wish it to look when you get it. That clear mental picture you must have continually in your mind. As the sailor has in mind the port towards which he is sailing the ship, you must keep your face toward it at all times. You must no more lose sight of it than the helmsman loses sight of the compass. It's not necessary to take exercises in concentration, nor to set apart special times for prayer and affirmation, nor to go into the silence, nor to do occult stunts or any of the kind. Some of these things are well enough, but all you need is to know what you want and to want it badly enough so that it will stay in your thoughts. Let me read that again. It is not necessary to take exercises in concentration. It is not necessary to set apart special times for prayer and affirmation. It is not necessary for you to go into silence. It's not necessary for you to do occult stunts or any of the kind. Some of these things are well enough, but all you need, everybody put in console, all I need. All you need is to know what you want and to want it badly enough so that it will stay in your thoughts. Spend as much of your leisure time as you can in contemplating your picture, but no one needs to take exercises to concentrate his mind on a thing which he really wants. It is the thing that you do not really care about from which require effort to fix your attention upon them. And unless you really want to get rich, so that the desire is strong enough to hold your thoughts directed to the purpose as the magnetic pole holds the needle of the compass, it will hardly be worthwhile for you to try to carry out the instructions given in this book. You know, billionaires, I think it's important that we really take the time to think about what we think about. And he's making a valid point that whatever it is that you really, really want, that typically is the thing that stays in your mind. For example, many people this morning, they're waking up and they really, really, really want to smoke some weed. And so their mind is fixed on figuring out if they don't have none, where they're going to get some so they can actually satisfy the desires that's in their mind. Some people woke up this morning really, really, really wanting a glass of wine. And so their mind is stuck on that. They don't have to figure out ways to figure out how to think about what they really want because they really, really want it. I really want to go back and read this again. No one needs to take exercise to concentrate his mind on a thing which he really wants. It is the thing you do not really care about which require effort to fix your attention upon them. And unless you really want to get rich, so that the desire is strong enough to hold your thoughts or hold your attention or capture your imagination directed to the purpose as the magnetic pole holds the needle of the compass, it will hardly be worthwhile for you to carry out the instructions given in this book. The methods set forth here are for people whose desire for riches is strong enough to overcome mental laziness and the love of ease and to make them work. So is your desire, let's just talk about whatever you desire, your goal, whatever it is it strong enough for you to overcome mental laziness, for you to overcome the love of ease, everything being easy, and to actually go to work? The more clear and definite you make your picture then, and the more you dwell upon it, bringing out all its delightful details, the stronger your desire will be. And the stronger your desire, the easier it will be to hold your mind fixed upon the picture of what you want. Something more is necessary, however, than merely to see the picture clearly. It is that if that is all you do, you are only a dreamer and will have little or no power for accomplishment. Behind your clear vision must be the purpose to realize it and to bring it out in tangible expression. And behind this purpose must be an invincible and unwavering faith that the thing is already yours, that it is at hand, and that you have only to take possession of it. Live in the new house mentally until it takes form around you physically. In the mental realm, enter at once into full enjoyment of the things you want. Whatsoever ye ask for when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them, said Jesus. See the things you want as if they were actually around you all the time. See yourself as owning and using them. See yourself as owning and using them. Make use of them in imagination, just as you will use them when they are your tangible possessions. Dwell upon your mental picture until it is clear and distinct. And then take the mental attitude of ownership. Everybody put in console ownership. Take the mental attitude of ownership towards everything in that picture. Take possession of it in the mind, in the full faith that it is actually yours. Hold to this mental ownership. Do not waver for an instant in the faith that it is real, and remember what was said in the preceding chapter about gratitude. Be as thankful for it all the time as you expect to be when it is taken form. The person who can sincerely thank God for the things that as of yet he owns only in imagination has real faith. He will get rich. He will cause the creation of whatever he wants. You do not need to pray repeatedly for things you want. It is not necessary to tell God about it every day. Your part is to intelligently formulate your desire for the things which make for a larger life, and to get these desires arranged into a coherent whole, and then to impress this whole desire upon the formless substance which has the power and the will to bring you what you want. You do not make this impression by repeating strings of words. You make it by holding the vision with unshakable purpose to attain it, and with steadfast faith that you do attain it. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you're working. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you are working. Keep yourself focused and thinking in the certain way of words. You make it by holding the vision with unshakable purpose to attain it, and with steadfast faith that you do attain it. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you are working. You cannot impress the mind of God by having a special Sabbath day set apart to tell him what you want, and then forgetting him during the rest of the week. You cannot impress him by having special hours to go into your closet and pray if you then dismiss the matter from your mind until the hour of prayer comes again. Oral prayer is well enough and has its effect, especially upon yourself, in clarifying your vision and strengthening your faith, but it is not your oral petitions that get you what you want. In order to get rich, you do not need a sweet hour of prayer. You need to pray without ceasing. And by prayer, I mean holding steadily to your vision with the purpose to cause its creation to solid form, and the faith that you are doing so. Believe that ye receive them. Once you have clearly formed your vision, the whole matter turns on receiving. When you have formed it, it is well to make an oral statement addressing the Supreme in gratitude. Then from that moment on, you must in mind receive what you ask for. Live in a new house, wear the fine clothes, ride in the automobile, go on the journey, and confidently plan for greater journeys. Think and speak of all things that you have asked for in terms of actual present ownership. Imagine an environment and a financial condition exactly as you want them, and live all the time in that mental environment and financial condition until they take physical shape. Mind, however, that you do not do this as a mere dreamer and castle builder. Hold to the faith that the imaginary is being realized, and to your purpose to realize it. Remember that it is faith and purpose and the use of the imagination that make the difference between the scientist and the dreamer. And having learned this fast, it is here that you must learn the proper use of the will. It is here that you must learn the proper use of the will. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you are working. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. And the book that we've been finding some gems in is The Science of Getting Rich by Mr. Wallace. Chapter 8, Thinking in a Certain Way. Faith and purpose and imagination. Man, will you, do you, when's the last time you, however, that you've held on to the image of what you really want? Until you actually got it. Man, I'm just thinking about all the things that hold my attention, that capture my attention. Man, I got some mental work to do to get beyond, to overcome mental laziness. Well, billionaires, I want to say thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'd ask that you would subscribe and support this podcast with a small monthly donation to help us sustain future episodes, improve financial literacy within our community, and ultimately to help us to build the School of Wealth. We also ask, hey man, if you'll be a part of the book club, that you simply join the Black Billionaires Club. That's where this is born out of. You can simply find us by going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. When you join the club, guys, we get financial literacy, personal development, investing education, and also business development each and every week. You can advance and you can grow as much as you like. But it really is not about what you like. It's about what you desire. What do you desire? And will you hold on to that image until you possess it? Well, billionaires, I want to remind you of this. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that it's more than enough. Till next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ hits the music.
New black. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Now, you ain't got to leave the computer. But we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street.